chest of secret colors. In a town so quiet that even the streetlights whispered when they turned on, there lived a girl named Mira who saw the world in a way no one else did. Not because she wore rainbow glasses or had a pet dragon, though she wished she did. No, Mira saw emotions as colors. Not just red for anger or blue for sadness. No. She saw giggle-gold, the sparkly kind that burst from a child's laugh like fireworks made of joy. She saw worry gray, a fuzzy, crawling color that curled around ankles like a nervous cat. And once, just once, she saw forgotten purple, a dusty, quiet hue that lived behind old bookshelves and hummed forgotten lullabies. But the strangest thing about Mira wasn't her rainbow vision. It was that one color was missing. A color she had never seen, but knew existed. It lived in her dreams, a swirling, shimmering, singing shade that danced behind her eyelids every night, just before she fell asleep. Had no name. Only a feeling like warm honey poured into starlight. And then one morning the wind delivered a message. Not on paper. Not in words. It came as a ripple in the air, like heat rising from hot pavement, and it carried a scent. Wet moss, cinnamon, and something electric, like the moment before lightning strikes star. The wind brushed against Mira's cheek and left behind a single glowing footprint made of dust that smelled like rainbows. Mira followed it. The footprint led her past the giggling brook that told jokes and riddles, past the hill of sleeping snails who dreamed in slow motion, and deep into the whispering woods, where trees leaned in to eavesdrop on secrets and the birds sang only in questions. And there, hidden behind a curtain of ivy that giggled when touched, was a chest. Not just any chest. This chest was carved from moonwood, a tree that only grows where moonlight has cried. Its surface swirled with patterns that shifted when you blinked, sometimes flowers, sometimes faces, sometimes words in a language no one could read. Had no lock, no keyhole. Just a single symbol on the front. An eye made of light. And it hummed. Not a loud hum. Not a machine hum. A soft, musical hum. The kind a lullaby would sing if it could talk. Mira's heart thumped like a drum made of thunder. She reached out. And the moment her fingers brushed the lid. The world changed. The air shimmered. The trees froze. Even the snails stopped dreaming. Then. The hook. A voice, not from the chest, but from inside her, whispered. You're the one who sees. But do you truly feel? Mira gasped. Who said that? The chest didn't answer. But the symbol, the eye of light. Blinked. Slowly Mira lifted the lid. And what she saw inside wasn't gold. Wasn't jewels. Wasn't ancient maps or pirate treasure. It was color. Not just color. Secret color. Colors that had no names. Colors that had never been seen. Colors that had been locked away when people stopped believing in magic. There was sorrow blue, the kind that drips slowly down window panes during rainy afternoons. There was dancing silver, a liquid light that bubbled like laughter. And in the very center, the lost color It pulsed gently like a heartbeat made of light. It wasn't red, not blue, not anything in between. It was alive. And it spoke. Not with words. With feelings. You found me, it whispered into her soul. I've been waiting for someone who still sees the world in wonder. Mira's eyes filled with tears. Why were you hidden? Because people stopped feeling, the color said. They started painting with rules. With boxes. With, this is red, and, that is blue. They forgot that colors have hearts. That they dream. That they remember. Suddenly the chest trembled. Cracks spread across the moonwood. The ivy shrieked and curled away. And from the shadows they came. The gray keepers. Tall, silent figures in foggy suits. Their faces hidden behind masks of dull gray. They carried lanterns that emitted no light. Only silence. Their footsteps made no sound. Not because they floated. But because they erased sound as they walked. The chest must be sealed, one hissed. Asterisk, colors that cannot be named are dangerous. Asterisk. Mira clutched the edge of the chest. No, they're not dangerous. They're alive. Then prove it, said the lost color. Asterisk, show them what color can do. Asterisk. Mira didn't hesitate. She reached into the chest not to take but to share. She pulled out a handful of giggle-gold and threw it into the air. It didn't fall. Dance. And as it spun, every child in the village, every single one, began to laugh. Not a polite laugh. A deep, belly-shaking snort laugh that made their socks wiggle. Then she grabbed dancing silver and sprinkled it over the brook. The water turned to liquid light, leaping into the air like 1,000 tiny dolphins. The fish started singing opera. The gray keepers stepped back. One dropped his lantern. It shattered, and from the pieces, a tiny rainbow crawled out and winked. Mira turned to the lost color. What now? Now, it said, asterisk, you must carry me. Not in a jar. Not in a box. In your heart. If you do, I'll spread. I'll return to the world. But only if you promise never to stop seeing what others ignore. Asterisk. Mira didn't hesitate. She placed her hand on the glowing light. It didn't burn. Didn't freeze. Hugged her. And in that moment the chest exploded. Not with sound but with color. Streams of unknown shades burst through the cracks, shooting into the sky like fireworks made of joy. The trees blinked in surprise. The snails woke up singing. The brook laughed so hard it turned pink. And Mira. She ran back to the village, her pockets glowing, her mismatched socks now shimmering with new hues, and her heart full of a color that had no name, but everyone could suddenly feel. From that day on, the world grew brighter, not because the sun changed, but because someone remembered how to see. And if you look closely, asterisk, very closely, asterisk, at the edge of a rainbow, or in the flicker of a candle, or in the eyes of someone who still believes in magic, you might just catch a glimpse of the lost color, winking at you, and whispering, asterisk, I was never gone. I was just waiting. Asterisk. If your crayon ever glows in the dark, don't throw it away. It might be trying to tell you a secret. And if your shadow starts dancing when you're not looking, well, maybe it's not so shy after all.